Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Quirky and an Ordinary Day That Wasn't So Ordinary After All. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Quirky woke up before the alarm, as he always did. He didn't know what time it was, but his body seemed to follow an invisible clock made of habit and trust. When the sky outside was still pale and quiet, he stretched his short legs, shook his ears once, and carefully stepped down from his bed. He didn't bark. Quirky was never the kind of dog who made noise without a reason. Instead, he walked slowly toward the bedroom door, sat down, and waited. His tail touched the floor, not wagging yet. Waiting came naturally to him, like breathing. When I finally opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was his face peeking through the small gap of the door. His eyes were calm, warm, and patient, as if to say, "Good morning. I'm here. No rush." The morning routine followed the same familiar pattern. I brushed my teeth while Quirky sat nearby, watching the foam in fascination as if it were something new every day. He followed me to the kitchen, where he sat in the exact same spot near the fridge, a place he had chosen long ago and never changed. Breakfast for me, breakfast for him. He ate slowly, stopping halfway to look at me, making sure I was still there. Outside, the street was already waking up, motorbikes passing, distant voices, a city starting another busy day. But inside, everything felt soft and unhurried. After breakfast, we went for a short walk. Not a long adventure, not a special trip, just the usual route around the block. Quirky sniffed the same trees, the same corners, greeting the same invisible stories left behind by other dogs. To him, nothing was boring. Every smell carried meaning. People passed us without noticing. To them, it was just a person walking a dog. To Quirky, it was the highlight of the morning. And that was how the day began. No surprises, no plans, just presence. By late morning, the sun grew warmer, and the house filled with gentle light. I sat at my desk, working, typing words that felt heavier than they should. Quirky chose his spot near my feet, curled into a small, furry circle. He slept lightly. Every time I moved my chair or sighed, one ear lifted. Not alarmed, just aware. Hours passed like this. Emails sent. Thoughts wandered. Quirky woke up once to drink water, then returned to his place without being called. He didn't need instructions. He understood the rhythm of the house better than I did. At noon, I paused and looked down at him. He was awake, watching me quietly. His eyes held no demands, no expectations. He wasn't asking for anything. He was simply there. We shared lunch in silence. I ate at the table, he ate nearby. Sometimes a crumb fell, and he waited for permission before moving. That small pause, waiting even when instinct told him to act, always moved me more than words. In the afternoon, the world slowed further. The heat made everything drowsy. Quirky shifted spots, chasing patches of sunlight on the floor. He sighed deeply, a sound so soft it felt like part of the room. I took a break and sat on the floor. Without hesitation, Quirky walked over and leaned against my leg. Not climbing onto me, not begging for attention, just leaning, sharing weight, sharing space. That moment didn't last long. He eventually moved away, settling back into his own comfort. But something about it stayed with me. It reminded me that connection doesn't need to be constant to be real. Outside, life continued loudly. Inside, Quirky taught me how quiet companionship could feel full. As evening arrived, shadows stretched across the room. The air cooled, and the day slowly folded itself away. Quirky followed me from room to room, not because he needed to, but because that's what we did, together, without effort. Dinner was simple. Afterward, we sat near the window. He watched the street, I watched him. His tail wagged gently whenever someone passed by, as if greeting the world without needing to be part of it. Before bed, I reached down and scratched behind his ears. He leaned into my hand, eyes half closed, trusting completely. That night, as Quirky curled up and sighed himself to sleep, I realized something important. This day had no achievements, no milestones, no excitement worth telling strangers about. And yet, it was full. In our modern lives, we often chase meaning in big moments, success, recognition, change. But animals like Quirky remind us that life is mostly made of ordinary days. The way we show up during those days matters. Consistency matters. Patience matters. being present matters. From Quirky, we learn how to wait without resentment, how to give affection without conditions, and how to find joy in simple routines. For humans, this is a powerful lesson. Slow down, notice more, and value quiet companionship. For our relationships with animals, it means responsibility, respect, and kindness, not just when it's convenient, but every day. A good life between humans and animals isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on shared mornings, silent afternoons, and peaceful evenings, together. And that's how Quirky's ordinary day became something quietly extraordinary.